called I Feel Pretty. Oh, so pretty. We were a very naked family. Mummy and Daddy and the little girl just went all about the house naked. We never thought anything of it. This poem comes from the memory of fresh morning nude-trodding upon testicles. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, girls, you do not have, but it's incredibly painful. When your little girl goes into bed at 4 o'clock in the morning and wakes you up, she looks at your nakedness as just a pink, fleshy landscape that she trods upon. So it could be my wife's boobs, or it could be my testicles. It hurt, man, it hurt. This is waking up to Tilly on another morning. This is called I Feel Pretty, oh so pretty. Oh, we had a few drinks the night before, so we weren't the best. I awake, covered in glorious glitter, swelling strongly of PVA glue, sticking to my cheek, very hungover, and covered in blue-orange, yellow-red feathers. A bubble recently blown, perched upon my nose. I still have comatose. Tiny bubbles travel amongst my curls, as through a bigger bubble brightly. Nestling neatly over my right eye, I observe my tiny daughter purse her lips and kiss more bubbles into being. Dilly, I force my lips, still frozen in sleep, to somehow speak. What you do? Even my syntax and sentence structuring is shot. She smiles sweetly. I'm prettying. I put her to bed one night and she came down and I wanted to look at a mafia program about the mind of a serial killer, a psycho who told you everything about what it's like to kill somebody in that deadpan psychotic way. And I wanted to see that. And Tilly kept coming down and wanted to drink a water. She wanted to be told fairy stories, so I had to turn that down, and it cross-pollinated with the innocence of me telling her nursery rhymes and stuff like that. So we got this curious, strange hybrid, what I call nursery crimes. So this is called Up Above the World So High. The three blind mice. The three blind mice. They didn't tell you the same thing twice, and they wasn't very nice, and they wasn't blind. See, that was just a blind. They wore shades to hide their eyes, maestros with a switchblade knife. They ran all the vice, and any opposition had already lost their lives. But fuck it, lately the farmer's wife, it was rumoured she'd done the old man in and taken over everything, and had now begun to muscle in on their territory. And they didn't like it. They weren't used to being told what they could and couldn't do. Confrontation and respect was due. Both boobs bore a tattoo that proclaimed in Latin trouble and strife and fuck you. Her other tattoo just above her pubic hair stated in mock Gothic script, abandon hope, O ye who enter here. One night the farmer's wife decided to separate the men from the mice, had them scrubbed out by a psycho known locally only as Slasher Go. Now the three blind mice don't see so good no more. See, being dead ain't good for the sight. Ain't that right? Ain't that fucking right? Deal with it, boys. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, meet the new big mama of vice, just like it spells out in nasty neon light. Twinkling, twinkling, obscuring the twilight. This is about my one great fashion mistake. As Dan keeps pointing out, is that Dan still, yeah? I am one great big fashion mistake, but I'm still embarrassed about this. This is how I met the love of my life. We're invited to a poetry reading in Stratford, and it was about 90 degrees, and I decided to come in a kilt. Big mistake. Gentlemen, if you're wearing your blue jeans, you realise that you can only vote two ways, left, right, maybe centre. So if you've got penis and blue jeans, that's cool. You know who you are. Everything's under control. But in a kilt, the only way is up. Different hymn sheet, I'm afraid. So this is called, and do not attempt this at home, children. This is called Achai but Nu. It's so hard to hide an erection in a kilt. It's so bleeding obvious as to just what it is. It's here because it's here because it's here. It's so hard to hide an erection in a kilt whilst attempting to be an upstanding member of society. And then there's that embarrassing interlude waiting for it to wilt. But that's neither here nor there. It's so hard to hide an erection in a kilt, especially one this well built and so keenly felt. Here, here, order, order. It's so hard to hide an erection in a kilt. You think, is there no end to it? There's no need to advertise or neon sign it, and there's no way to doubt, deny or disguise it. It's here because it's there and it ain't going nowhere. It's better to come clean, face up and be a man about it. Yes, I know, it's so hard to hide an erection in a kilt, as I have already said. Dan, man, you try it. So I whipped it off and threw it casually as could be over my left shoulder. Your dress fell to the floor. There was more, but I thought it best to skip the real crude, almost pornographic bits. Suffice it to say, we let nothing get in our way, reducing the distance between us. I disappearing into you, you one very happy Venus, I one very happy penis.